Hi everyone, this is a quick insert voiceover to let you know that this video is a review key video. So this is not a sponsored video. I accidentally said it was sponsored at the start of the video. This is a review key given me by 11-Bit Studios and the lovely people over at Evolve. I thank both of them, 11-Bit Studios and Evolve, for giving me my first review key ever. I was too excited when I started recording this and accidentally called it sponsored. With that out of the way and disclaimers aside, let's get into it. This is Jan Dolski. Now I do need to give some disclaimers. First off, this is going to be a recording of the game build a week before release. There are some bugs in the game that are known and are being scheduled to be fixed by day one of release. We shouldn't run into anything critical that breaks the game, but if we do run into any, graphical errors, they're working on fixing those. Without further ado, we will get into it, and we are going to be doing these standard difficulties for this. In this case, there are two settings for the economy, just regular difficulty or, hey, there's less stuff to find. If you played Frostpunk, you know how the economy difficulty works. And then action elements, because there are threats in this game. And a second disclaimer, we will be looking at the whole game. We will be going through as much as we can. There will be spoilers for the game. Now, the first area we are going to be in is the prologue. It's where the demo took place. There might be changes. If you've played the demo, you may have seen it before. We don't really know it, but we sense it. There's a sister ship to our life, which takes a totally different route. While the sun burns behind the islands. Thomas Trenstromer, the Blue House. I may have mispronounced his last name there.
How did I end up here?
Oh, Jan. We're going to die so many times.
My whole life, all its ups and downs, led me to this place. Far from home, far from anyone I know. A journey whose route is unknown, and the destination out of sight.
So exciting to be able to play this.
Was this path just a random sequence of events that I had to follow? Or was there ever another way?
If you think about it,
Now, heading for the
probably.
unknown. I can't really tell. Is this the end of the road? Or is it yet another branching?
I mean, you could have chosen to never go on the mission, but then you probably don't have any food. Yeah. Oh, I remember this view from the demo. It tripped me out the first time. You are upside down looking at the water, and I don't know why, but that throws my head for just a loop. It's good. I love the intro of it, but it throws my head for a loop because I realize I'm looking upside down. It looks great. I love it. They've definitely made a bit of
It was a tough landing.
graphical touch-up since the demo. It's been many months since I played it, though, so I might be slightly biased.
Do you read me? Anyone?
And I did make sure to lower the music volume by a good chunk, but everything else is at the max,
Need
so
to figure out what happened.
I'm hoping that this sounds great for everyone. And we are in it. Welcome to the prologue. Welcome to our flares. You know, I never looked over here for the demo, and I'm just gonna, you know how devs can be. They like to be sneaky. There's nothing. I'm like, let's go look over there. No, there's nothing. I do know there is something to collect because of the demo, but it is not in this area. Well, to my knowledge, it's not in this area. But look at the rock formations. It is very beautiful.
That's an emergency flare for my capsule. I should look out for those.
Just look this view. It is so nice. You can see just how
You read me? This is Jan Dolski.
there's someone's pod,
I've landed
their
safely,
parachute.
but I think my capsule went astray.
See more smoke over there between the rocks. About 2 or 3 flares. Oh,
Ah, maybe the radio's broken.
maybe it's broken. But I was gonna say, you can see that the waves definitely get higher at certain points and crash into a lot of this. Not to mention all the effects the planet itself is going under because of the radiation. It's just nice little details. How things are formed differently on planets based on their conditions. Also, lovely exosuit.
No, it's the captain. Shit.
She's still in there.
Deceased.
It makes you wonder, what happened?
Not much I can do for her now. Oh, I gotta find the others.
Wouldn't it be really dark if they're all still alive in these pods, but they're just sedated and it was meant to be only one person who goes, and they chose Jan? I don't think that's what happened, but...
Crash. The capsule's intact. Looks like she died inside of it. I don't get it.
As Jan just pointed out there, her death is strange, though. The pod's intact, her body's intact. It's not as if it blew up in orbit or entering atmosphere.
Mobile base. There it is.
There's the mobile base.
Dolski here. Anyone copy? If you can hear me, I've located the base. We'll try and get down there.
See, like 3 parachutes just for the base, which makes sense given its size.
Maybe they landed closer to the drop-off point. I gotta keep moving.
I very much love the swarm sounds too. It's very atmospheric. It's just really nice. There's not much else we can do until we get to the base here, but we should get whacked by if it's the same as the demo, we're about to get whacked by a full dose of healthy radiation from a foreign sun. Well, there's the rest of the team, by the way. They're doing very well, I promise. They're all alive.
The capsules. Wait.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry, I lied.
What? No. That's impossible. They can't all be.
Not to sound conspiratorial, but
Why?
it's weird how they all died and all their pods are intact.
Makes no sense.
And I actually love how they just decided to do that too, having all the capsules like intact and the people are still in them. Because oh, there's the radiation.
Now.
Oh, I just ran into the wall. And that wasn't the game's fault. I forgot to hit E. But yep, the all-powerful sun in the sky is going to not slowly, you can see the bar in the bottom left corner is actually filling up at a fair rate. While I even get the first level radiation dose here because I slammed into the wall for a bit. That'll be fine. What's the worst that can happen? A lot of things. There's a lot of things that can happen.
Yes, the elevator.
Okay, no, we did actually avoid it. Cool. But yeah, it's just, you know, it's...
Come on.
I think it's better than the usual trope of just, oh, everyone's pods broke apart on landing and you're the only one left. I think it's a lot more mysterious to go, hey, all their pods are intact. But they all died in them. But they're intact. It adds a little more mystery to it. And we are in the base. You're tired. Yeah, I feel tired. So...
Anybody here?
we need to just kind of explore the base, I believe.
For a moment, I hope someone else made it.
Is anyone home?
I need to find a comms room and get help.
Time does move while we're in the base as well. If you noticed in the bottom left, the timer was ticking. You can jump back if you want to look at that, but it is ticking every time we're in the base, unless we're in cutscenes.
Hello, can anyone hear me?
Based on my experience in the demo.
Mayday! Mayday, anyone?
Says I can hear you, Captain Michelle.
I'm not the captain.
I'm here, but I'm not the captain. I'm just a builder. Jan Dolski, corporate ID 4672B. The captain, the whole crew is gone. Hello? Can you get me
Unknown's
out of
being
here?
very helpful right now.
Imminent danger. Or short time remaining to sunrise.
Time remaining to sunrise. I heard sunrise.
What? How much time? What's gonna happen? Talk to me. What's the danger?
Planet activity rising. Similar days remaining. Be lethal proximity. Instructions and logs.
Oh, no. Don't you go all fuzzy on me. Lethal proximity. Oh, useless quantum nav system. Where the hell did it send us?
Quantum nav. Still in lethal proximity.
of what?
Please, Rapidium before star approaching. If bad, you must escape. Examine star in 7 days.
But you mean a star will come and burn this planet?
Fun.
And I just have days to escape? Is that right?
Sunrise.
Sunrise. Perfect.
Yay! We're going to die. Press tab to open base
I need to
overview.
find those captain's logs.
Here we are. We need to go to the captain's cabin for that. So, we're going to shift down the elevator twice and head to the logs. Thankfully, whenever you're on things like this again, time's paused. You can take your time. You can take your leisure in reading. But the evacuation procedure for the base is to refuel the base, manufacture necessary equipment, and secure food supplies. You know, in case the base ever needs to be moved. According to the recent AliCorp research and based on the data collected from multiple missions, triple star systems are considered as potentially related to a very high probability of discovering Rapidium in the AliCorp classification system. The precise correlation between triple star systems and Rapidium is yet to be scientifically determined, but according to some hypotheses, this may be related to the unique radiation cycle observed on planets belonging to such system. Rapidium, as a highly unstable element and itself emitting significant amounts of radiation, seems to be less elusive in the presence of such specific radiation patterns, as if fine-tuning its life cycle to the environment. AliCorp employees should be aware that, thanks to these findings in the upcoming years, we are bound to witness a significant rise in missions sent by quantum navigation system on course for a triple star system. Should such a system be identified in the vicinity of an AliCorp exploration vessel, this should, by all means, result in a notable increase of successful Rapidium extraction and a major breakthrough for AliCorp and humanity alike. In other words, you have a bunch of corporations competing to get there first. Mission captains must be informed, however, that operating on planets belonging to a triple star system involves the need for some precautions. The complex gravitational structure within which the planet operates, apart from being the source of Rapidium-friendly radiation, may result in life-threatening events, such as periodic lethal proximity of one of the suns, annihilation of the planet's surface, and immediate destruction of all life forms. Sounds like a great work environment. In order to maximize efficiency, even in the event of such occurrences, AliCorp has equipped its vessels with a cutting-edge CEBA evacuation functionality, enabling the crew to extract Rapidium while avoiding hazardous conditions. In the case of landing on a planet belonging to a triple star system, please consult the CEBA evacuation functionality manual for further instructions. The above information is the sole property of AliCorp and is highly confidential. We kindly remind you that any infringement on your confidentiality agreement will result in legal measures. It is so funny to be reading this while knowing I'm under an embargo, and that people are going to be seeing all of that a week later. Quantum navigation system is a state-of-the-art route planning solution designed and implemented by AliCorp to optimize the efficiency of space mining operations. How does it work? While the crew remains in cryosleep, the system actively monitors the ship's surroundings, modifying its trajectory and setting it on course for the most probable location of valuable resources. Based on cutting-edge technology, it collects massive amounts of quantum information, analyzing it in real time to determine the highest probability of discovering Rapidium in a nearby star system, and eliminate non-efficient exploration. When the expectation of finding Rapidium is classified as moderate or high, depending on mission-specific settings, the ship's trajectory is adjusted accordingly, and landing procedures are initiated. A notification is sent to Mission Command to ensure maximum support at the onset of new environment exploration. And then the same thing. Basically, it doesn't care how dangerous it is. If we find Rapidium, you are going in. So we gotta follow the instructions. We gotta gather 60 metal. This is our storage. We have 30 metal. We have 100 organics. Why do I feel like that's actually different? Wow, hang on. That's a change. The demo, your storage was about 60 and you could collect like maybe 20 or 30 organics. We have way more now. That is scary. Journey cost, base mass. Okay. Yeah, okay. Well, good to know. Escape the sun. Well, we have to go back outside. Machinery is there. I probably should look at the map more. Here's our airlock, which means we can't go out because of the radiation. I'm out here like, let's go outside. The sun is ready to kill me. Like, I'm already ready to just walk out and die without realizing it. Sunrise in 8 days, which means at that point the radiation will be so lethal it will just burn us to a crisp ball right inside. It's your energy bar, just how many hours you have before you get tired. Once you're tired, you'll still be able to work, but every task will be much longer, take much longer. Don't reference real life. Now, because I know where it is, let me just clear that fast. Shallow deposits. You can find shallow deposits on the planet's surface. They contain a limited amount of resources, but they can be extracted quickly. I was gonna say, I remember there being something around here, but it probably drops afterwards. Maybe I'm missing it. Ah, nope, there it is. Look, shallow.
That looks like our ship's cargo drop.
Multi-tool, my multi-tool conventional set, one of the few things everyone should have in their pocket. Just to, so it's kind of a nice, fun multi-tool. It's like a Swiss, it's basically a Swiss Army knife, and a soccer ball belonging to the local soccer club, signed by my favorite player. Ah, more stuff.
Filled with the crew's personal items.
The history of the
Including my
universe.
stuff.
Huh. Now,
Yeah. This is one of the things they told me to take on the mission.
Now, that stuff doesn't seem
Things that
useful.
will make you feel comfortable far away from home. Objects that trigger good memories.
But Jan just basically told us why that's important, because when we start getting to the whole making
Typical
our...
corporate bullshit. Is that a movie? Cool. I
Found
could
a
use
movie
some
among some of the
fun
things in
things.
a cargo drop, perhaps we watch it at the base. Oh, shit. Shoot, okay.
That shiny rock. A source of metals.
Okay. Movies, it gives us a massive hint. There is a map you can view as well, which is very nice. There are various ways to explore. Like, we could go further here to explore more. We could just head back to the base to build a workshop too, of course, and that is what we're going to do. But I want to just kind of show the map of it here out. It'll start to expand it, and it'll show there are areas you can move off to explore. In fact, I feel like this right here, this exploration to the left, is actually new. I don't remember that being there before. And it looks like we can actually go really far out here now. So they definitely... I could be wrong about that second part, but I think they expanded the map for the prologue, which makes sense because now it's the game, not just the demo. Which means we're going to be spending a lot of time exploring. In fact, this whole first chapter video might just be the prologue, but that is okay because it is the game. That's small storage. In fact, let's just take out our map because the game is paused while we're looking at it. We need to get to machinery. I believe it's machinery. Yes. No. This is where you get the radiation barrier. We need to go probably to the command center, right? Oh, we have to build the workshop, right? Shush. I'm over here like, where's the workshop to build things? As the game tells me to please build the workshop. This is where we get to build things. And it has to fill up this completely. So if we want to go and build the workshop, that has 4 squares. It has to be built at one of these points. It cannot be anywhere else. Now, we could make different points, like more elevators later on. This is going to add base mass, which is going to add journey cost. And judging by the symbol, we need organics for our journey cost. The demo did not have such things. So we are going to build the workshop, and we're going to put it right there to just walk right in. Don't mind if I run into walls. That's just how it goes. So we only need 1 scanner, but it takes an hour for us to make it. And we are going to be spending an hour making it. And now that that's done, we need to find the organic deposits. And we need organics for 2 reasons. First off, the airlock's upstairs, isn't it? This is going to take me a minute. First off, it says it right there, organics matter. Not only are we presumably going to need them for food, we are also going to need them for fueling the base. And as you can see there, they're recognized by blue smoke. It says here organic deposits. We're gonna run over here and you're gonna see there's a lot of blue smoke right there, which means there's an organic deposit somewhere in the area. And it is right up there, but we cannot climb that wall. It is too tall, I remember from the demo. So we need to explore an alternative way around. This is where the exploration part of the game really begins to kick off. And we get to look around all over the place. In fact, find weird sights. Like that.
What the hell?
What's that? Jan's right. The game kind of spoils it. This is Rapidium.
Rapidium?
The dogs are excited that we found Rapidium.
I feel strange.
I'm gonna extract 30.
Make sure.
Maybe 2 sets. And then stop it
I
there.
need to collect a sample.
Now, technically we can collect more, but at the moment the game only wants us to get 30.
Unbelievable.
Well, you can
So
see
they use those
everything kind of
quantum
distorts
systems
around here
after
when we're near
all.
Rapidium. And Jan's right. It was actually useful.
Where it was sending us. Except... I survived.
Yup. Only Jan survived, which is not good.
Oh, smoke. I should look for organics here.
Right. Look at the scanned ground and try to pinpoint the place with the most intense red coloring. That's the deepest point of the deposit. And until we find that, can't succeed. So, we're gonna get out our scanner. And we are just gonna make a very quick square. Trying to find that deepest deposit, which seems to be closer to here. Kinda just looking for that. But the problem is that we actually have to retrieve our probes and change our trajectory a bit. And there we go. Now, we can go ahead into building mode because this Jan, the main Jan, us, is a builder. Which allows us to build this here mining outpost. Using pylons, you can connect mining outposts with the base. Each pylon automatically connects to nearby structures. You can see possible connections in the form of green lines when you have the pylon equipped. Pylons can be connected to each other. Place them in a line to connect them from the mining outpost to the base. In other words, we have to go back to our queue. We have to go to building mode. Now we have to build pylons. These are fun little things. We can jump back down, but we want to make sure that this pylon is set before we start. And then you can see it's got about a 40-meter range.
I still can't believe
We're gonna build it just before we hit 0, or at least try to.
Is Rapidium. This could change everything.
Just enough to get it back to base.
I need to report it.
And there we go. So it does want us to gather more organic matter, but as you can see, we're slowly running out of time. I'm going to do a very quick exploration trip out here. I do not believe we can actually go any further than this. In fact, I don't even know if there's anything here. It does show it, though, that we can fast travel straight to the mining outpost and back here. Oh, hello. We found 3 metal, which means that other little glow spot that we saw before was actually 3 metal that we can collect. Kind of just doing this exploration really quick to get it out, though. Ah, so there is more stuff to find. Calendar from over a decade ago with photos of luxury cars. Whenever I felt like a loser doomed to spend his life in a mining town. Oh, mining town.
Jeez, I packed a lot of stuff.
And you're just glow sticks. Okay, glow sticks, not glow sticks. It's very glowing things. So yeah, I don't remember that being in the demo. Now, I could be wrong. It could be I just didn't explore very well in the demo. But I don't remember this area being there at all. And it seems like that was the only thing to find along the metal. Again, could be wrong. I could be very wrong. Just kind of gather some of this stuff. We're going to go back. We'll grab the organics on the next day. That is my plan. We are going to explore around a bit more, probably when it hits 1800 hours here, because this is an area to explore. Because I believe, yeah, that will lead ourselves to our final area. So we've got organics here, the outpost. We have Rapidium. It's shallow Rapidium, so that's not indefinite. In fact, we do have access to our production tab as well now, which is good. Let's head back for now and try to use the remaining days to report our findings and other stuff. We could maybe try to grab the Rapidium, not the Rapidium, the organics really fast. I wanted to kind of explore the new area, even though it's not optimal. I just kind of wanted to see, hey, what's over here? If we have time, we'll quickly use the fast travel. I don't know if the fast travel actually eats up any time. If it doesn't, then that's great. And if it does, then, well, that's just how it works. I believe we have to access this right here. That's our charging station. Fast travel. So if we go right there, I believe it's instant. Yep, it is instant. It is just instant. So we can work really quick. So we just got the first set there, 14 organics, and then we're gonna quickly head back because once it hits 2000 hours, that is when the sun is gonna come out to murder us. And then we gain radiation, and then we die. When the little cell phone is there on at the bottom left of the screen, that means we have a call, and that's usually important.
Hello?
Usually,
Anyone copy?
I think. There's no one there.
I went out to find resources, and I found a cave full of something. I think it might be Rapidium. You hear me? I think I
The
found
Sunlink
Rapidium.
app, I just read that. Sunlink app. I'm sure.
What? I'm sure. Yeah, I mean,
The game kind of told us.
what else could it be?
Test it.
Test it.
Test the Rapidium? How would I do that?
New blueprint provided. The womb.
New blueprint, the womb.
A blueprint? The womb. You want me to build a womb?
Sample of DNA provided.
Sample of DNA.
This is fucked up, but what the hell? At least I got your attention.
Right?
A DNA sample, huh? I guess it makes sense. Speeds up organic growth.
This shows how you kind of move them. So we can kind of hover over the modules and move them around. So the good news is that these are not fixed in their spots. We can move the communication room to be next to the captain's cabin if we really want to. So we can move things around as we please. We can build corridors, elevators. We can build a second workshop even. The womb is really big though, as you see here. We do actually need additional room for it. And what I'm thinking, because the corridor would add mass too, and so would the elevator here, let's actually move things around. We will move the communication room to the captain's cabin, and we will build the womb, which is connected to the quantum computer with a soundproof cell growth capsule. We will connect it up there. Now we'll
Okay,
use the
so
DNA sample.
I have built a womb. Now,
It's just the uncertainty.
what could possibly come out of it?
I just love the uncertainty. It's a
Here goes.
good voice
DNA
acting.
sample. Rapidium.
Because we don't even know what the DNA sample is. But it's the best thing in the game.
Oh. Of course. What else?
It's a sheep. It's a sheep! We're not alone anymore.
Oh.
You can pet the sheep.
I think I'm gonna call you Molly.
Welcome, Molly.
Hello, Molly. Oh, you don't bite, do you?
I don't think Molly does. I think she's a nice sheepy. You have run out of energy. Don't worry, we don't need it. You become very late. Each minute exhaustion take causes you to wake up later the next day. Okay, so we are kind of in... Sorry, I was reading that and not paying attention where I was going. We moved our communications room down here. So basically that's telling us when we're in the tired zone, we need to be wary because once we hit that 2300 hour point, then we're going to start losing
I
time.
built the womb and tested
Which
the
is not
Rapidium.
good.
The DNA sample provided was a little surprising, but it worked, I think. I cloned a sheep. Hello? Can you hear me? I have a sheep on board. You're responsible for 2 lives now.
Yay! 2 lives!
Successful. You really found Rapidium. Yeah.
Will you help me now?
Yeah. Now that I'm a real hero, I could use some real assistance.
You're in imminent danger. or short time remaining to sunrise.
Right, yes, the
I
sun.
know that. But I'm just a builder. I'm not trained to move the goddamn base all by myself.
And no response. So we are going to have to go to sleep for this day and gather the organics tomorrow. There's not much else we can do at the moment, just because a lot of things are still locked behind their doors, obviously. We won't really be able to do much until we're out of the prologue, I assume. But we have 7 days, so as long as we leave the day before, we should be fine. Right? And thankfully, you can choose to fast travel straight to any connected outpost. So, we're already here. And let's just start gathering. Just kind of gather till we get that 180 mark, and then we'll go from there. There we are. Now we have to build the kitchen. Awesome. Yeah, let's build the kitchen now, actually. I was gonna wait, but I think we'll just do it now. We'll just get it out of the way. The kitchen is also really big. Okay, so we are kind of reaching the point where I do need to expand the base in some way. That's gonna cost 40. We have 55 metal, so the best bet is to build an elevator there and a kitchen here. And then we're basically out of metal. But we can eat. Oh, I was gonna be that manual for providing food because we have a lot of stuff here now. But yes, food is very important. Why is food important? Self-explanatory, really. Unless you don't like eating, I guess. You consume 1 meal each day. Meals can be prepared in the kitchen, which should be right here. And I assume it wants us to prepare a few, so we'll just add 10. It wants us to make 6. Okay, so we'll just add 6. And we'll just work. So yay, we'll have food. We can last long enough for the sun to come and murder us. Although that doesn't sound great. 1 meal a day, that's unpleasant. Now I see it does say to start the engines in the command center. The only reason I'm doing this is because I know how this goes. Thanks to the demo.
Whoa. What just happened?
Yay, we broke things.
Come on. Do this to me now.
Gotta turn the lever in machinery. Should be fine, right? See, all good. No issues.
That's sorted. Let's give it another go.
Now we can get out of here.
What?
Or not. If it doesn't work the first time, just do the exact same thing again, right? What could go wrong? Oh. My bad. See, that's one of the small things they said with the bugs where you might get stuck in an animation a little, but it shouldn't break anything critically. That is something they will fix, and the engine's now broken.
Kidding me?
Yay, the command.
Just my luck to be stuck in a junkyard.
It's okay, Jan. At least you have the place to yourself. Could be worse.
Hey, you still there? I really need your help.
Could be
I
worse.
can't get out of here. I did everything according to the manual, but there's a malfunction I can't fix. I just don't know how.
Rapidium can save you. Better check data consistency in QC module.
QC module, that's the quantum computer. Okay, so now we actually can ask things that don't progress the dialogue.
Rapidium can save me? How?
Those are kind of
exactly?
the little question marks. Not that we're going to get a clear answer from unknown here.
Only the captain has access codes to the quantum computer.
Access granted.
Man, that was easy.
It's like, I don't have access. Access granted. It's like, okay. All right then. Welcome to the quantum computer, which has the mind records of the crew. Deleting expired data.
What is this? Mine records.
There were 7 other crew members, and they all just got deleted. In hindsight, couldn't we have just used Rapidium to make them exist again? It wouldn't be them, but it would be them. Yeah. Maybe it doesn't work that way. Maybe you need a living DNA sample and they're deceased, so, you know. Suppose we did use the sheep, didn't we? Yeah, that would explain it.
Wait. I recognize this. It's my life.
Yep. Welcome to the next part of the game. This might not look important. Technically, we don't have to read any of it, but I would strongly suggest anyone who plays this game, even though it is a read and a half, it's good to kind of read through and get the general gist of it all. Childhood memories, fuzzy and distant, the mining town you grew up in. So we are going to kind of go through each of these, but we're not going to read every single word. If you want to pause and read any of it, feel free. Or if you want to skip ahead, feel free. But these are important. Because when we start making alternative versions of ourselves, they're going to live different lives. The family, like many others, your father coming home late from work in the mine, drunk, pissed off, your mother doing her best to keep the family together, your constant desire to run away. Turning a blind eye, another terrible day at school, you're taking the long route home. What's that fight about? The girl shouts for help, she's looking straight at you. You should intervene, but the fear, no, better not get involved, run back home. One day you'll get out of here. You have to. The need to escape at 16 years old. It's so hard to study for exams when your dad's yelling behind the door. Mom doesn't have the strength to fight anymore. Something's wrong with her. She's weaker, more passive. You know you should do your best to support her, but being home is just unbearable. You count the days to graduation, hoping those exams go well. 19 years at the crossroads. You open the envelope with trembling hands. It's a good college and close to home. You can visit mom regularly and get a good education. You tear the paper and see the results. No, not good enough. The only place that wants you is hundreds of miles away. You'd have to leave mom alone with him. You promised yourself you'd get out of here. You have to keep that promise. You can't waste your life. It's not something she'd want. You can still visit her, a little less often maybe, but you can. You will visit her. Your place far from home. It's been months since you've been home, but you can't miss the post-exam party. All your friends will be celebrating. Their company makes you feel good, like you found your place. Do you really want to spend the entire day on the train, only to see mom for a couple hours before she goes to bed early? And all you'll be left with is a constantly drunk oaf of a father. Wow, father. Working abroad, you look at the letter, it's tempting. Working abroad for 2 months, you could earn enough money to support yourself for the whole semester. You could ditch those lousy part-time jobs and focus on studying, it's tempting. You could send some money to mom, she needs it for her treatment. She's sick. Too late to say goodbye. You missed it, the moment she collapsed, the ambulance taking her to the hospital. It all went so fast. You missed the opportunity to talk to her when she was still conscious. Conscience? Wow. You're back home now, but what difference does it make? You messed up, it's too late to say goodbye. Carry on for her, you failed her, but what could you have done? Stay behind that miserable place, become bitter and dead inside, be like dad? A sense of guilt holds you by the throat. What if you ran from it all, ditched college, made a fresh start, forgot? Wouldn't that be giving up again? No. Mom would want you to get on with your studies, get a good job. You have to carry on for her. This is supposed to be too realistic for way too many people. That's what makes it so good. It's different with her. Your heart pounds at the thought of this evening. You never thought someone like Lena would want to hang out with you. Slow down. It's only a project. Maybe you should have gotten something better than beer. Good about wine, but wouldn't that seem like you're hitting on her? You're only teaming up for a project, but she's so different from anyone else you've ever hooked up with. She likes you. You can see she likes you. Maybe. This is it. She moved in. But is your cheap little rented apartment good enough for her? Her parents would hate it. You know they would. And she knows it too. Is that why she doesn't talk to them anymore? She's not ashamed of you, is she? Whatever they think of you, you're gonna prove them wrong. Work hard. Give Lena the good life she deserves. Hard work pays off, right? You can be proud of yourself. A diploma with honors and that offer. PhD. It's tempting as hell. The salary. How much longer are you going to be broke? Are you going to be broke for Lena? Or, well, be broke with Lena. I'm trying to skip a few words there. You'll think about it later. It's time to celebrate now. It was a tough conversation, but you handled it well. The professor understood your motives. Working for a private company gives you better prospects. You'll finally be able to move out of that dorm. Take Lena on a proper holiday. Yeah, it was a good decision. The The purgatory of 9 to 5. On the subway again. Damn, you hate the crowd. Day in, day out. Maybe you could take the later train and stay longer at work? No, your boss would never agree to that. Punctuality is all that matters to him, not what you actually do. Sometimes you feel all he needs you to do is punch your card. And for what? Pushing papers and pretending to get things done? Someone pushes you as you try to take a seat. Man, Monday morning's the worst. Your face beams as you exit the bank, hand in hand with Lena. Finally, signing the mortgage papers was easier than you expected. Maybe it was worth putting up with that idiot of a boss for 2 years to get this place. A dream house. Lena has so many ideas for decorating it. If you hurry, maybe you can get it ready for Christmas? You'd love to see her parents' face when they see it. Yeah, you should convince her to invite them over. To invite them over, don't bite. Invite. The crisis hit. No, this can't be true, not now. You stare at the screen blankly. You heard about the crash on the stock exchange. You heard everyone talk about a worldwide crisis approaching, but you? Laid off? How will you ever tell Lena about it? What about your plans for Christmas? Just bought a house the same year? 28 years old, now he's 30, and there's just a crisis. Busy night, red lights, close your eyes and listen to the city traffic. Damn radio, all they know are Christmas songs at this time of year. You don't want to be reminded of that, not when you're sitting behind the wheel of a leased cab. It's almost 6 o'clock. You promised Lena to be back for Christmas Eve by 5, but it's a busy night. People leave bigger tips on Christmas. You listen as Lena talks excitedly. She really wants to take that offer, move abroad, sell the house. For how much? It would hardly be enough to pay off the bank for the soaring rate of interest. What about you? It's hard to find it's hard to find a decent job at home, let alone in a foreign country. Your efforts to make ends meet, you would feel like going back to square one. You just wish she didn't want it so bad. You're wondering if she's really okay with the decision to stay. Maybe you should have said yes, but how could you? It was a crazy idea in your situation. You need to prove it to her that it was the only sensible choice. You need to get your stuff together. Give her a better life here. Maybe find a second job. Falling apart. Damn, she's getting on your nerves. Why doesn't she just tell you it's all your fault with those bills piling up? As if you weren't working hard enough. And why does she make such a big deal of a few drinks before you hit the sack? You deserve to unwind after a 12-hour-long day of work. Drowning sorrows. You look down another bottle, and the wedding ring she gave back to you. A job at AliCorp. Freedom. Finally. She's got it. A new, better life without you. All you could ever do was hold her down. Look at you, drowning your sorrows in a bar. You're everything you promised you're everything you promised yourself you'd never be. Where the hell did you mess it all up? I am tripping over words way too much. A way out. You toss and turn in your bed. You can't stop thinking about that AliCorp poster. Help us make a change. A space mining mission in search of that mysterious substance, Rapidium. It's a long shot, but it says you don't need any professional experience. And you know you need a change. You haven't managed to stick to one job for more than several months. Nothing makes you happy. You're stuck. What if it's a way out? Project Dolly. You entered the spaceship with a tingling of anxiety and excitement. Going to space, far away from here, just like you wanted. Far away from your problems. You'll think about them later, or maybe they'll be gone by the time you get back. Age 35. This, sorry for that sound, is Jan Dolski's entire life up to this point.
How did they get it, and what for?
Oh, I think we can guess what for. Don't worry about the AI, or whatever's talking. It's probably a virtual intelligence.
Hey, I checked the quantum computer. What the fuck? Mind records? What the hell are you doing with that data? It's got everything. My whole life exposed.
The procedure.
No, I want answers.
They're a little shady, and even the dogs were protesting there.
Shit. What do you want with it?
Everything.
Branching? What exactly will be branching.
It's a lot of reading, but trust me, we need it. You?
What? You what? Is that your whole answer?
Create the altar.
Alter? Alter what?
I like asking. I love how it gave us the option to say no way 3 times, and I'm just like, nah.
You mean as in... Okay, wait a minute. You're not suggesting I use Rapidium to create a...
We already created a sheep.
To alter their mind. That's not what you're saying, right?
Definitely what he's saying.
All right. How about my other options?
Well, the engine's busted. We don't know where we are.
You jerk. I don't have other options.
We do have an option. We could wait till sunrise. But that would make for a short experience, and we would probably end this in 1 episode. So, let's go with the next best thing. Branching. Which we are now authorized to do. If only the quantum computer could just do more of this itself. Analyzing the life path.
What is it doing?
It is quite literally creating hypotheticals based on your entire life. Possible branching detected.
I remember that alternate life. So this is what the branching is about?
Now, as you can see here, we have a branching point. Where instead of Jan going away, he stays. And this is how you get the technician for a cost of 20 Rapidium, which is exactly what we have. You lock the door to your room and turn the music up. You're so fed up with this constant shouting. Is this what you rejected college for, putting up with this frustration and drunkenness? You told yourself you'd take care of Mom, but he's not making it easy. Maybe next time you should just lock the door on him? What would Mom say? And here we go. We are creating an alternative version of ourselves. And all the consequences that come with it. Hey, title drop. I hope the music's at like just the right volume. I spent a good 10 to 15 minutes adjusting it and doing recordings. First of many Jans. Although you gotta imagine the stress of being like, hey, create an alternative version of you or you're going to die in 6 days. It's like, well, it's a little messed up. I mean, making the sheep's one thing. Making a completely alternative version of yourself who lived a different life, popping him into existence into a universe that he knows and doesn't know, almost sounds a little crazy. And now, this is another key part of the game based on what I saw from the demo. We now have that Jan's entire life. And yes, it is more reading, but this is important because when we're dealing with our alters, we need to be able to understand their positions on things because they lived a different life from us. So what our Jan experienced is not fully the same because this Jan, the technician, stayed and stood up to his father. You did it. Not so hard after all. He turned out to be weak, begging you to let him in. You had to be strong, assertive. You read about it online. You shut your ears to his false promises, imagine loud music in your head, think of Mom or safety. It won't be a problem anymore. You laugh as Mom tells you a joke she heard in the doctor's waiting room. She cooked her pierogi. Man, don't you love them. And her relaxed, smiling face when she when she could be herself without that monster bullying her. You just wish you could find more than a part-time job to support the two of you. That prescription she brought home today is going to cost you plenty. You smile as you walk away from the mine. Dad was behind that job offer, that's for sure. Trying to clear his conscience, redeem his sins. The steady job was tempting. You were assertive. Again, no way you'll owe anything to him. You'll make it on your own. You always do. You hold back the tears when you look at her on the hospital bed. You knew this was coming. Her health deteriorated fast in the last months. You just didn't want to think about it. You hate that helplessness. Get yourself together, Jan. You need to be strong for her. Promise her that you'll make something of yourself. Keep her smiling to the very end. You brighten up as the engine starts. Yeah, fixing things always made you feel good. Like you can really change things, make them better. Looks like going to that vocational school wasn't just a parting gift from Mom, but the best you could do for yourself. It feels good to be an expert on something. The boss says customers ask for you specifically, and he can see you replacing him when he retires. It's a new feeling to be trusted, respected by another man, a mentor. When he's the first person you opened up to about Mom's passing. Why couldn't Dad just be like that? Try not to eavesdrop, but it's the third time this month these fishy dudes are here, talking to your boss behind closed doors. He says it's nothing, but you can see he's distracted. Doesn't look you in the eye that much. Disappears for hours, leaving you in charge of the business. Is that a good thing, or should you be worried? Fake batteries, counterfeit parts? Is that what it was all about? As your boss is being taken away by the police, you can feel like an idiot for trusting him. You thinking that you could open up to him. All while this time he's been lying to your face, pretending to be a friend. What a fool you've been. Treat it as a lesson, Jan. The only person you can rely on is yourself. Hey, not a title drop, but yourself, myself? Of course, it was just a matter of time before they approached you. Now that he's in jail, his words about you replacing him seem so ironic now. You don't want anything to do with them. Well, what if you lose your job? You love that workshop. But they're criminals. No, assertiveness, remember? Don't be scared. Make it on your own. As you turn the paycheck around your fingers, you think of Mom. She'd be happy to know that you're finally making good money, working in an international factory on a contract of employment. You stayed strong and made something of yourself. She'd probably be worried that you're still on your own, but that's the way you prefer it. Watching the bartender pour you another one, from the corner of your eye you catch a glimpse of a figure watching you. You turn and see it was just somebody's coat. You smile with relief. For a moment you thought it was Dad. You sip your drink and listen carefully to the conversations at the table. It's good not to have problems. Your friends burst out in laughter. The jokes just keep coming to you. It was a good night. You just got your paycheck and you're buying rounds. Okay, calling these people friends is a little too much. You've only just met them, but you're having fun together, right? The girl to your left's been giving you signals. Could this be your lucky night? The damn crisis just had to hit when you were starting to actually enjoy life. Your whole branch is being shut down. You'll be lucky if you keep your job at all. This damn advert just gets on your nerves. Rapidium, a magic trick to make everyone happy. Who's stupid enough to even think of going on these missions? You can't make up your mind. Bet safety or take the risk. Wonder who that guy is putting his money on. Wait, isn't that... It's him. Dad. He looks like a tramp. Of course he visits the bookies regularly. Man, you just hope he doesn't recognize you. Get out of here quick and don't ever come back. You're not like him. You've got your life together. You look at the spaceship entrance. Only fools don't change their minds. Especially if your debts are mounting. You'll be fine. You just need to make it through this mission. They respect professionals like you. They just stay strong and you'll be alright. Well, we know how that ended as well. Waiting for the wake-up procedure. Yep. We've created our first altar. And with it, our newest problem. Aww. Look, he's got a number 3. We had a number 1.
Hey there. Wow. Hello? Can you hear me?
Remember, we're the builder. We build things. He fixes things. We broke something. anxiety, insecurity. I love
Where am
that.
I?
I love that little stuff that pops up because it's so important. And this is going to deteriorate no matter what we do. Oh, we finally have choices that actually matter. Let's,
You're in a lab inside the SIBA unit. Your memories might be a bit fuzzy, but relax. You're gonna be okay. Yeah, I recognize the base. I think. Wait.
I love how the voices are a bit different
You look
too.
funny. You. Ha. Oh. What was that? I wanted to laugh, but I'm like indifferent. I think you're on some meds. What? What for? So you don't panic when you wake up. Why would I panic? I'll explain later. Right now, let's check your mental condition, okay? Do you think you can, introduce yourself? Sure.
Can you? I could say you first, but we'll just go with it.
Okay. My name is Jan Dolski. Yeah, sure. You got my looks, why not use my name too? So you think you're Jan Dolski as well?
Jan Dolski.
What kind of bullshit is
That
this?
name's gonna wear out fast, I think.
What's your role on the mission? I'm a senior technician. Want to tell me what your role is? Imitating human crew members? Is this some kind of sick experiment? Because if it is, nobody warned me.
Hopefully the dialogue's at a good volume. If it is, if it's kind of off, I'm gonna fix that before I do the
It's
next
not an
recording.
experiment.
After I listen back to it.
This is for real. And
But here's
I'm
hoping
for
it sounds great on your end.
So, what's going on? Well,
Could lie to him, but we shouldn't.
I got stranded
think we should.
in this base, and, well, I needed someone to help me move it, because it got broken. Then, okay, this is the crazy part. I learned that there's this functionality of the quantum computer on board to, well, create alternate versions of a person's life. What?
Yeah, that's probably why the quantum computer can only take us somewhere
Replicate
and then do
person.
those calculations.
With
That's
different
what it's
experiences.
sending all of its QE to.
Mind records.
Or QC, not E.
If there's anyone in a bad mental condition in this room, it's definitely not me. The QC's only functionality is to navigate these junkets. I mean, theoretically, it could do other stuff, but such bullshit. I know, it's absurd. I thought the same, but here you are, right? Right. If I understand you correctly, you're telling me you're a alternate version of me with a different mind?
Yes.
Sort of, yeah. And, you said we were stranded.
Yep.
Yes. It's just us. Like I said, there's a malfunction in the machinery. If you don't help me fix it soon, we're both gonna die. So, wait. Let me get this straight. This is not an experiment, and you're a different version of me.
Yep.
This version of me woke me from cryosleep to help fix a malfunction because there's no one else on board.
Yep.
What if there was no malfunction? Where would I be?
Yeah, I can't answer that. Wow. I guess we'd say you'd still exist somewhere.
You'd still exist somewhere?
Theoretically. He's not gonna like that,
Theoretically, at
but
least.
there's no good answer here.
Theoretically? Wow. You bastard. I can see now what the meds are for. I can't even lash out at you, just
Rebellion.
passiveness. What am I? Look, this is a lot, and we'll sort it out, I promise. But trust me, if we don't fix the machinery fast, we're gonna go in a very bad way, and you'll never get the chance to understand this properly. Experience your feelings without the meds. I don't like this kind of pressure.
And remember,
Well,
we read through the technician's life for a reason. We know
show me the way.
he ended up becoming a rather assertive person, so he doesn't like it that someone else is getting him to do something,
What a screw up.
pressuring him into fixing something they broke.
Figured it out. Okay.
3-year-old.
In any other case, I'd say don't touch anything here ever again. But unfortunately, this is a two-man job. On my sign, pull that lever over there. Just don't yank it like an idiot. Pull it gently. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Now. Yes! It worked! We did
Yay!
it. We're gonna live.
We did it.
Let's get
I did
one
it?
thing straight.
They did it.
I did what you created before. Now stay away from me.
Or memory created. Yeah, no, so imagine how that feels. You wake up and realize you are now with an alternative version of you. A new altar is ready. I assume that's the altar we just made, but I want to check the quantum computer again, because it did kind of pop that up a little. I want to see if it added anything else. It did not. But as you can see, we have qubit level 1, and we see that the technician has more efficiency with doing base maintenance, and we have 1 of 3 slots used up, implying that we can make 2 more altars. Beyond that, no idea. Oh, command engine room, yeah. Not enough resources. Right, we need to get more organics. I believe that right there will actually cause us to leave the area. So now we're going to do the smart thing, which is realize I'm on the wrong floor. We are going to explore excessively. We are going to gather as much as we can just before that sun comes to murder us. And then we are going to get out of here. We're actually about to get whacked by radiation here. And I did not click on the base. I clicked on next to the base. So, he's in one of the small storage rooms, but we're gonna leave him alone for the moment. Because he's really upset, and rightfully so. Let's look at the sheep. There's the sheep, there's Molly, she's okay. See, we have 3 more small storages down here. Oh, the technician's in the kitchen now. Oh. Because remember, there's 2 of us now. And you also see he does not want to talk to us, I believe. Yeah, we can't even say anything to him. He just stares at us like we're an idiot. To be fair, he's kind of right. We did break something that even a 3-year-old would fix, allegedly. So, it is too dangerous to go outside. We are going to sleep. Our goal right now, my goal, is to now explore the area we're in before we leave. Because I'm basing all this on the demo, so it could have changed. But starting the engine, I believe, now would cause us to leave the area. And as you can see, we now have 22 meals from 24. So it is starting to go down a bit. We're going to travel here, but we're actually going to go ahead and collect the rest of that Rapidium. And go find the metals that I know are around. I do want more organics. But if we have just organics and nothing else, that's going to be a problem. Because then we do not have any means of moving or making food. Because the demo kind of ends when you start the journey and you're in the beginning of it. I don't know how long it takes. I don't know if that will eat up resources or not. We need to kind of plan ahead. And the Rapidium is empty. Well, that's 20 Rapidium we could have missed. And if you remember, it cost us 20 Rapidium to make an altar. So, logic therefore determines, without any other relevance, that we can now make another altar when the game lets us. Immediately. That could be game-changing. Ooh, iron. I called it iron. Metal, iron. It's the thing that lets us build stuff. And it should be just like the demo. The map is fairly helpful. You do need to still look around and explore so you don't miss anything, like these little bits of metal here. And any bits in there, although that's actually texture to tell you that something is nearby to find. But once you have kind of found and explored everything, and that should happen once we're up here, you can see there's still technically little bits here to find. But otherwise, it does show us that we have basically explored everything. The arrows tell us there's an area we can access. If you don't see any arrows, there's nothing you can access. And then it just comes down to whether you feel like you've explored this area or not. And I feel like we have not gotten that little bit of the beach, so we might explore that one. Yeah, that's, ooh. That is the fundamental basics of exploring in the altars. It's not too complicated, but you do need to at least explore and look around and kind of make a mental note in your head of where you've been. Alrighty. I think we can take all these metals and then still have just enough room for the organics. We just won't have much left. There's storage for 12. And our travel time is entirely dependent, not travel time, our cost is entirely dependent on the weight of the base itself. It is not in relation to the storage. So we are going to go ahead and explore into here really quick in case there is anything to miss. And there technically is. It's 9 pieces of metal. And it would have the deposits up here as well if they were still accessible, but we've cleared it out, so they are just gone from the map as well now, which is very nice. That leads us back to our base. So what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and gather up the rest of the organics that we can, sleep one more day, and then explore the bits of the map where we think maybe there is still something to find. And then we're just going to get on with it. We're going to head to the next area. And I think we're actually making pretty good time. We should be able to delve into parts of Act 1 and finally get beyond the confines of the demo that was many months ago. I do very much like that the fast travel system does not cost you any time, because it does basically reward you for exploring and setting up your outposts fairly early, because then you have that fast travel to use to give you extra time, because it doesn't take you time to get there. So we're just gonna fill up on this. Oh, I see. So I'm watching the organics go up. The organics are their own storage, separate from the rest of the storage. So let's get this last one here. Okay, so we can actually get a full 300 organics. Okay, that does change the math a little. I almost started it. It's down here, isn't it? Yep, we'll get used to it. Okay. That is actually really good to know that the organics are in their own storage now. In the demo, the organics were stored along with everything else. It looks like they have changed it. So we'll probably make day 5 our last day here. Because I don't know if you get like, hey, you'll get 3 more days when you move and now you have so-and-so days left. Or if it's, you have 5 days left for this area and when you go to the next area, that's going to have its own timer. The thing is that we don't know. We're just kind of... I don't think there's anything else here to find, but I had to just kind of glance around. And then we are going to glance over the beach as well to see if there's anything we might have missed. Oh, wow, that looks menacing. That is absolutely gorgeous and terrifying. The flares have also stopped running at this point, the pods. Presumably because so many days have passed, they've kind of burnt out. Oh, those are floating. We don't know if that's intentional. If it is, cool. If not, well, we are just going to assume it's floating on purpose. There's no way to know. I, in fact, wonder... Oh, I see. That area that I said we didn't explore is just the area we kind of fell down from, I think. No, we came from this. It was open. Ah. That's how they make sure you can't go back. Kind of just warps around on itself. We found a good deal of the belongings, but since they did expand the area from the demo, I do want to give it one more look over. Kind of use this day as our last day of exploration, and then we're just gonna get out. We're completely full on organics unless we want to make more meals. We have enough for 10 days. We could kind of stretch the game out a little further and produce more meals and then get more organics to be a little greedy about it. That is something that is well within our capabilities. Yeah, so no, I think we're good. I think we've found everything there is to find. I could be wrong. We might be missing something right now, but that is Another beauty of exploration games is when you don't find everything the first time, it means you have another reason to play the game again. Oh. No. I saw the notification, I was like, oh my goodness, there's something to get. No. No. There's not something to get. It was toying with us. It was toying with us. My fault for not remembering. Let's head up. Not to the kitchen. We could do the extra organics, but I'm not going to stress on it too much. Let's go ahead and launch. When you start the journey, you'll automatically gather all the structures built on the planetary surface. So this means the outpost you built and all the pylons, don't sweat it about grabbing them. The game's going to grab it for you. Oh, shoot. Hang on. We don't have space for the mining outpost. Oh, no. Really? We don't have space for the mining outpost. Huh. Uh-oh. We actually might have gathered too much. So that's going to add 40 weight. That's going to put us at 456. 456. Are we seriously 1 point short on weight? We are. Wow. Okay, so we could just... These are taking up nothing. Can we cook the raw food? Is that something I can even do? Because it appears to have larger capacity. No. No. Okay. Sorry, I have to figure out math here. It looks like we're just going to have to burn one of the pylons, which is not the most optimal use of resources. Unless I could just... You know, technically, we could add a corridor. We could add like a corridor or an elevator. Let's build an elevator. We'll just build an elevator right here so we have this entire section to build things. That's going to use 10 metal, add 2 weight. That's going to solve it. Now, and that's what it means by the volume. That makes sense. But now, we can collect it all. And very good props. Props to that game. To the game for that. Yep. We finished the prologue. The game just told us with the achievement. But props to them for that quality of life. You don't have to run around picking it all up. The game will just do it for you. As long as you have the room. And if you don't, it'll let you know. Oh, this is getting dirty. So, now you'll notice we're on the journey. Our radiation levels went up a bit, which is concerning. But you'll see we have no timer. So this means we can take our time with getting everything done while the base moves. Unless there's something I don't know about. The Altars tab allows you to check on the mental and physical state of your altars. The event log on the left provides insights into recent events. I'm pissed at Jan. He's really irritating. The log stores the data from the last 3 days. Yep, frustration, rebellion, insecurity, anxiety, burden, gloom. He's angry. Yeah. Where is he right now? In the kitchen. Alright, time to begin the first of many dialogues, which will hopefully result in something good.
Hey there.
Oh, this is exciting.
I said, don't come near me.
I understand you're angry, but I need your help.
You're angry. I would be too. But I could really use your help. You know, if we manage to get the comms room running properly, we'd probably be able to get out of here faster. Stop pretending you have any idea how I feel. I don't give a damn about your comms room. We're moving, aren't we? Now get out of my face, creep. You're pissed off at me now.
Oh, you know, I just realized.
Deep down, we both know you do the
saying
same
the other
thing.
option might have been better because he's the assertive
You
type.
said it yourself.
Maybe not. I don't know.
We
It's hard
might
to
look
say.
alike, but we're different. Like oil and water, if you ask me, and they don't mix.
But I
well.
think he's gonna be mad no matter what, considering the situation.
Maybe. But you won't last long without me, just as I couldn't make it without you. In a situation like this, hiding in a trench is just plain stupid. I'll tell you what's stupid. Listening to someone who created you because he needs a fucking
There's the
tool.
assertiveness.
Why don't you get yourself a repair kit and fix your own shit? I'm done doing your dirty work.
But I understand why he's mad, because it's basically like saying that his life doesn't exist, which is a horrifying thought if you think about it. There's the workshop, there's the communications room. I'm gonna have to remember this base because of just how different everything is. Figure out how to get along. Production is limited only to small essential items due to increased power consumption by the moving base. Ah, that's how they make it to where you can't just make everything all the time, but we can make like 20 repair kits then. Not that we will, because I don't know how often we'll need the repair kit. And we really shouldn't go wasting limited resources until we know more. It's better to have some on us than none. Time to fix things. It still takes time, but we don't actually have time while on journeys, it seems like. Or the game is tutorialing a bit. Could be both. No calls. Calls available. Oh, well, look at the calls. Just come on in. Lucas.
Hello?
Mr. Dolski?
Yeah, yes, I'm here.
Are you okay?
He says Dolski instead of Dolski.
I think so. I was almost done for it, but then I got these crazy instructions to duplicate and edit myself. Was that you?
Yeah. It's called branching. The duplicating and editing thing. I need to know if you pulled it off.
Really? And I need to know who I'm talking to. I didn't catch your name.
It says it on the screen.
Pena, Space Traffic Control, Orbital Substation L7. Now, the branching. Did you do it?
Yeah. I created my alter. Thanks for the help, I think. Is this even legal?
You found Rapidium, Mr. Dolski. We needed to act.
Time to ask questions.
I want to talk to someone higher up. Do you have a boss?
I might sound young, Mr. Dolski, but I'm not here by accident.
No offense, man. I just need to know this stunt was authorized by someone.
Look, I'm on my own here at the station. But I contacted my boss.
That doesn't
and
sound
we're
good.
Nothing to worry about.
Have you done this before?
That would be hard, considering there's no Rapidium on Earth.
So no.
So how did you know what would happen?
I didn't know. I anticipated the outcome based on historic data.
What historic data?
Some old research.
Some old research. I feel like they're referring to Project Dolly.
What the hell happened out there? What went wrong with the landing?
Because there's a...
To be honest, I don't know. I'm still analyzing telemetry data from your flight, but it seems something went very wrong.
We have actually cloned a sheep in real life,
Kidding.
so that's probably what he's referring to.
We know there was a major system malfunction, but the reasons are unclear. It's too early to tell. We need more data.
Sabotage!
Do you know what killed the rest of the crew?
That's my initial assumption.
Looks like an oxygen leak in the landing pods. No idea
But every
why.
landing pod except ours?
How come I survived?
You tell me.
You know, you're not very informative.
I don't like confusing assumptions with information, Mr. Dolski. Conclusive evidence is more my thing.
What about the mind records? What is all that personal data doing in the base computer?
Oh, that's, the corporation needs to ensure the safety of the mission and, basically everyone. It's confidential, of course.
So evasive.
Kind of saved your life.
I don't recall consenting to it.
Well, you must have, since it's there.
You must
Maybe
have.
you didn't read your contract thoroughly. They like to put these things in fine print, you know.
Right.
So, you're getting me out of here, right? You know how to do it, safely.
Sure. First thing I'll need you to do is to transport the base to a safe and accessible destination. I'll dispatch the coordinates to you. Second thing, do you think I could see this altar of yours?
Nah, not a good
That's
idea.
not a good idea. He's pissed off at me, won't cooperate.
Then we have a problem. You won't manage without his help. The base needs more hands on deck. There should be a way to gain his trust. Show him you care, maybe?
I told him I wouldn't survive without him.
Yeah, that's just words. Maybe you should share
Like how it
something.
referred to that.
What? Why?
I don't know. Just a thought. My grandma used to say, sharing is caring.
Right?
Yay. Let me think. What can I share with him? My playlist?
Yeah, true. Wait, suppose it's not about what you can share with him, but what you already do.
Of course. Memories.
And this is
I
why
wonder if
reading
he
into their
remembers
life is
things
a
the
bit
same way I
important.
do.
Yeah. Mind records. See? You were so spooked by them, they could be a source of information.
Fine. I'll check them out, see what happens.
I'll get back to you as soon as you reach your destination. Don't worry, you're in good hands.
So the mind records are
L7 out.
notably important, and it's going to make us go to the QC to read more about it, because this is how important it is, that it is literally going to give you a notification about it and make you go in and make you read. We already read it, and I'm going to point out, because this was in the demo too, the part that's the most important that we need, and that is Mom. Right here, when we talk about how she cooked her pierogi, man, don't you love them? Pierogi. As well as the other memories you share before their life significantly branches from each other. It's important because that's how you can make connection of we share something.
I've been thinking about what you said. We have more in common than you think. Yeah? Like what?
Parents.
Same DNA, raised by the same parents. That's quite a fair bit, don't you think? Not enough, apparently. Maybe standing up to Dad changed you. Something I never did. Oh, really? And what did you do? Just stand and watch him take it out on Mom?
Both those choices have an effect, I'm sure.
I was always a heartbeat away from doing it, but when it came down to it, I'd just freeze. Guess I was afraid of making things worse. Yeah, I remember the feeling. But then I reached a breaking point. Looks like you didn't hang around long enough to reach yours. Or maybe I was a coward. Going to college was a good excuse to just get away from it all. Oh, so that's where our paths split. Did you shine out there? Were you best in class? What do you think? Huh? Yeah. Now build around this merry-go-round. That's who I ended up being. Sorry to disappoint. Why would I be disappointed? Just proves I was right to stick with Mom. Wait, is she maybe still around here? No. I wish she was.
Mom knows
She
best.
always knew what to do and how to cheer you up. Hey, when you were down, or Dad had just stormed out of the house, slamming the door behind him and leaving you crying in your room, would she ask me to help her make pierogi?
Pierogi.
A famous pierogi.
I forgot that that's the pronunciation.
Oh my God, I could really pig out on
I always call them
those.
pierogi, but I see they added
And
an I
making
to
them
it.
together was fun. Yeah, wow, why don't we go for it? Why don't we try and make Mom's famous pierogi? No way we'd find the ingredients here.
Oh shoot. Remember how I did.
Who said they have to be right? Beer and synthetic starch should work. Yeah, hilarious. I can pull it off. You'll see. But there's one condition.
I forgot. I went back to read and I forgot exactly what the ingredients were. I'm pretty sure it tells.
I die.
We will actually go back and look at that really
Won't
quick.
change much, I guess.
But it's a good example of why the reading is important. And while we do need to do the kitchen, Higher quality meals will have a positive effect on the mood of your altars. Let's check that again really quickly, because it just further highlights the importance of this. Okay, no, it doesn't actually tell you the exact ingredients. That's fair. I was sitting here thinking, darn, we missed that, didn't we? No, you're all good. It's not too serious, but, well... not quite like Mom used to make them, but they have a nostalgic taste. Ah, and that's how we use these resources. The raw food. Oh, and the cat has come to say hello. Hi, how are you? Time to eat pierogies.
The famous Dolski pierogi with an interstellar twist. What do you think?
Awful.
Well, now I know how Mom must have felt. That day she had a terrible flu and I decided to cheer her up and make pierogi for her. Right, yeah. I put like a ton of salt into the filling.
Oh no.
And I overcooked them into a shapeless pulp. They were inedible. But you remember what she did? Uh-huh. She ate them all and never said a word. Well, she said they were delicious. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. So, they're delicious, man.
They're not gonna suddenly be friends, but...
Shut the fuck up.
Core memory created. And I think those are important. Creating those core memories is probably how you improve your relationship with the altars. Otherwise, when push comes to shove, things are just gonna get even more heated. So? How do you feel?
Great. A serving of dehydrated dumplings completely changed my outlook on the situation. I feel so optimistic about life now. Now you're being mean. I went through a lot of trouble to make those, and they weren't that bad. You made an effort. I'll give you that. But see, that makes it even worse. It would be easier to hate you, but
it's easy to hate
those fucking pierogi with you. I actually enjoyed it.
So did I.
So did I. Sharing these memories with you, knowing you understand me, that was kind of comforting. Are you getting mushy with me? What? No.
Yeah.
Okay, just kidding. I know what you mean. I'm just not the sentimental type. Who's being sentimental? All I said was... All right, just...
You say enough of this. We need to handle this our own way.
The corporation is supposedly on top of this, but I know better than to put my life in the hands of pen pushers.
I'll do it all by myself.
Oh, I hear ya. You never know with those numbskulls. Right, so, until the rescue ship arrives, we'd better watch our own asses. Do they know about me? They were the ones who told me to create you. Bastards.
Less joy.
Tell me you know what to do. All I know is we need to get to a safe place, then we'll improvise. Well, there's one thing you should know. This base is a resource-consuming, maintenance-heavy sucker to operate.
But it'd be so easy to hate him.
That's not gonna be enough. I'll be blunt with you. If you want to survive, you're gonna need more people.
Yay.
People?
What people?
What people? The Rapidium's there. Use it. Make more versions of me. Versions of us both, you mean? Huh. That almost sounded like we're planning kids.
Sorry, I'm
You
reading
need to
the
work on your cooking
subtitles.
skills, though. Actually, I can't wait to branch myself again.
I thought he meant the cooking.
Sure. Take the bull by the horns.
You know what? It
Good
worked
luck
out.
keeping him
It's
happy.
okay. I clicked on it thinking it was about cooking. So that is actually where the demo ends. So everything beyond this point Yeah, I think that's where the demo ends. I don't remember. It's been a long while. Maybe we have a call. It's back upstairs, isn't it? This is going to be a journey. Don't worry. This is going to be a long day. Lena! Yeah, no, the demo definitely ended
Hello?
before this.
Jan, can you hear me?
Lena?
I don't remember talking to her.
Lena, is that you? What are you...
Oh, I remember.
How did
She
you find
started
me?
working at AliCorp at one point.
They let me know. Agatha, my boss, came to see me and said you could use some support.
AliCorp,
Are you all
AliCorp.
right?
Yeah, it's a corp.
I heard about your crew.
Yeah. Everyone's dead. But I'm fine, somehow. It's a lot to handle.
Yeah, I know. Is it true you found Rapidium?
So the news is starting to spread in the corporation.
Yeah, I did. It looks amazing. So much more beautiful in real life.
I'd love to see it. And you back in one piece, of course. I think the board is genuinely concerned for your safety.
Nah, that's
What
a
the
lie.
hell happened out there?
I'm sure the board's concerned
How did
that
you
they might lose
survive?
their only chance to get Rapidium before another corp does.
So, your boss, did she say anything more about the accident?
Answer a question with a question.
No. Just that you're all alone out there and could use someone close to talk to.
I see.
Really?
How did you make it?
I'm not sure. Something strange. Everyone died in their landing pods, except for me. I don't know why. It's really weird.
Oh my. That does sound so unbelievable.
It is.
Even more unbelievable to hear from you, out of the blue.
The cat
I
has
know.
jumped from the desk.
It's awkward for me too. We haven't spoken in a while and suddenly this. I just hope... What's the plan for getting you out of there?
There's a guy called Lucas Pena. He's handling it, apparently.
Someone from STC.
Yep.
You know your way around.
It's been a couple of years. Look, is there maybe anyone from outside the company you'd like me to get in touch with?
Oh.
I mean, to let them know?
No. There's no one.
I didn't mean to get personal. You know what? Why don't I ask STC to keep me in the loop? And to keep an open channel for me? If you want that, of course.
Sure.
Yeah,
That might be useful later with certain alters who might still be with Lena.
thanks.
Good. Take care.
Although
then,
that could also backfire catastrophically.
soon.
We'll find out. Ah, I love the consequences of my actions.
Hey, were we supposed to
Ugh.
stop here? Nope. It's way too early. Don't tell me something's wrong with the base again. Not on my watch. Systems are working fine. Something outside then? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Jump in your suit already.
If you look at the mobile base here, I know they're
I'm
talking.
kinda starting to like.
If you look at the
side of
mobile
our
base design with like the
Alright.
edge points,
I'll take a look around.
it's exactly how we designed the base, like where the workshop is and the moon. That's cool. I like that. I like that a lot, how it's exactly how we designed it. And welcome to Act 1. I think we're about a little under 2 hours into this, so we'll keep going a bit more. Probably get to 2.5, 3 hours and call it there. Kind of keep the variance unless I need to move early. So we'll explore a bit of Act 1. I want to get into that a bit. Day 7, the sun is far away. Oh, yeah, so we do have a timer, but the sun is so far away we actually don't even know the timer. Base is stuck. I cannot... Can I assign you? I can assign you. No scheduled repairs. I'm just going to pop them in there for now. Just to be safe, until we think of something. But this means we can now think about... Oh my goodness. Okay. A Vertara drill requires a cartridge to work, which probably something else. Climbing hook. Using it costs energy. That sounds incredibly important, like I'd want that right away. But I don't know if we'll need more pylon components. Okay, so here's what we'll do. Because now we actually have to start thinking about this. I'm gonna move you out of there. There we go. So we will have you make a climbing hook and the drill. Radiation barrier can't work without radiation field. There's one radiation field that causes the barrier for 1 day. So that's going to take him 2 hours. So we're done with that pretty quick. We'll actually make one repair kit in case something does get damaged. And then that is kind of almost everything. We may as well make a suit battery as well, in case we need to take something like that later. And that's good. And we're going to have to head outside and explore. Our first step should be to check the map to make sure where we can go. We have 2 paths. And we're just going to start running in a direction.
Can we talk?
Ooh. Oh, as in, like, he wants to talk to me at some point. Okay, we'll have to do that at some point through this day. So that's probably where we need to get the hook. Metal deposit and enriched metal deposit. First, them to learn more. Ooh, lava. Climbing against the climb up a wall. Climbing hook. Oh, we're getting radiation. Hang on, let's get out of here. So there are areas that do give you small amounts of radiation. Interesting. There's a capsule over there as well, but it looks like... Yep, radiated area to get there. Okay, so I see. If we have the hook, we can just get over there freely. Without the hook, we have to go through radiation. Placed in areas with high levels of radiation. Oh. Well, that would have been good to read before I walked into it, I guess, huh? Oh well. What's that? Mechanics. Technician suffers from a radiation burn. Ooh, what happened to you, bud? Radiated. Well, that's no good. That just drops us straight down. Let's explore this way. I don't know how much Rapidium we actually need for the next altar. I bet you it costs us more than 20. So let's grab this, and that should at least give us enough for our altar. There we go.
Hey man, we're running out of storage space.
These loose rocks look like they might be passable.
And that's what we're going to need the equipment for that he should have made by now. So let's probably head back to the base and grab that. Yeah, already nicely done. I do kind of want to keep exploring, but I feel like without the drill, we're really that's fine. You know what? We could grab the organics right now. There's no reason not to. Except that it burns up time grabbing them, but oh well. Yay. All hail the base. Want to keep exploring, but we don't know when that sun's coming in, so it's just kind of an unknown situation. I need an infirmary, that's right. These guys can get no. Altar has a matter to discuss.
You look hurt. What happened? Are you blind? I got too much radiation exposure.
Oh, we probably have to activate the filters, don't we? Probably under that now, too.
We have to come up with a better radiation protection in the future. Yeah. Make it our top priority, alright? For now, just remember to keep the radiation barrier on, okay?
I am guessing it's off right now,
Radiation
because we never turned
filters
it
will
on.
speed up my recovery. At least when I'm
Yep,
inside.
should have thought of that.
Hey, I found this. I brought it on this mission, but
Yeah, the multi-tool we
thought that
found in the
maybe it
previous
could mean
area.
something to you too. My lucky old multi-tool.
I bet you can
No
give that
wonder
to
he
any
took
of the
it with
altars
you.
and it boosts the
This
relation with
little
you, but it might
baby
be it
never,
for just
ever
that
let me
mission.
down. Yep.
But I can
Thought it
see
might come
him
in
being one that
handy.
used it the most.
Of course. Every man of the house should have one. It sure helped me feel like one when the time came. Thanks, man.
Yeah, less rebellion, less frustration. Something you wanted to discuss?
Something you wanted to discuss with me? I wanted to congratulate you. On what? Having a smart me on board. Seriously? Yeah. I flipped through some manuals while you were sitting on your hands. Looks like we had the base operating in minimum maintenance mode. Oh? Yeah. But I played around with functionality options.
That's why we
and
had the tools there.
presto. We got some new handy toys unlocked. Tools in the workshop and such. Oh, wow. Oh, thanks. I can't wait to check them out. No problem. There's also some upgrades available in the building module. Sound like something you like to play around with too?
Yes.
Sweet. We could do with some improvements here. Sure, but don't start fantasizing too much. Remember, everything costs resources. So, wherever we are and however long we're staying, it might just be wise to see if we can set up a mining outpost instead of relying on shallow deposits. Just in case.
It was good that we stocked up on
Sound
organics before he
advice.
left, but I
Consider.
think the fact that since the sun is far away means any time that we had remaining was added on to our total. Turn on the breach's radiation barrier in the machinery room that we just passed. Barrier consumes radiation filters. So, auto load. I see. So that's going to keep him safe for the next 5 days and allow us to kind of recover from radiation over time. Okay, that's a little risky because we could easily run out, and it costs 40 or 40 organics. Oh boy. To make more. In that case, let's just queue one up to be made now, so that's kind of like already on the pages to be done. Yeah, that way it's already being done. And since we still have a little time, let's go and explore around some more. And in fact, we do have a traveling pilot. Our fast traveling comes with the suit charger. Oh, we might want to build one of those then. And I'm guessing this is just the way that's like, hey, there's lava here, we can't get over. Yeah, I thought as much.
So, this is why we stopped. A lava river.
And this leads to organics. I will leave those organics there for now since
Plan
they're
B
very close to
then,
the
I
bases.
guess.
Yes.
We'll need to figure out if there's a way around.
Yep, this whole field. Not the pylon, we need scanner. Hold up to send a scan wave. Scans cost 1 energy. Moves towards the deposit. Follow the wave to find it.
Wonder how many more surprises this planet has in store.
Ah, wow, we landed on it right off the... Wow, we, like, landed on it right off the bat. That's actually impressive. I feel like we shouldn't have landed on it like that, but we did. So not only will that serve as a form of fast travel for us here... also going to ensure that we have plenty of organics. I think I can get this connection. Ooh. Just barely. Oh, that was perfect. Only needed 2 pylons for it. I'm guessing we can climb this now. It takes energy, I believe. Yes, it does. So, what we're going to do then is realize we don't have the metals to build anything else. But I want to use the metal that's... So... This takes energy. I assume that's just gonna... Oh, I see. We have suit energy is what it takes up. That makes sense. Yeah, I'm an idiot. Don't worry. That's why I'm in charge. At a normal pace without risk. Oh, I see. And then the enriched metal, we can mine it, but the issue is obviously you can just choke to death on radiation. That's kind of the difference between the two. Yeah, we do need to do the scans. We probably, in hindsight, we probably should have gotten the metal deposit first, now that I think about it. Then this opens up the enriched metal deposit, which is the same thing. What's over here? There's clearly something. Secret alien. Oh, secret alien. Wow.
Nice. I don't know that movie.
Self-made mug and a book. Early days at uni.
Yes. I was missing that.
So what we might want to do actually here, I know we just set up the outpost for the organics. That was a mistake. We need to set it up for the mining outpost. And we are going to... We could make a second one, couldn't we? We could make a second one. Let's do this. Kind of set this up in advance so that's already done. And we'll scan for it now just so we kind of use up that time. Let's just kind of create a small search area. So it's this way, so we'll just retrieve all, and we'll kind of look over here instead. Thankfully, the area you scanned does stay, so you can eventually find it. And there it is. So that is where we're going to build our little base. Oh, we have a call now. Let's head back before the sun kills us. Wow, that is poorly placed. Like, you could just walk on it. And what we'll do is we'll fast travel, gather a bit of organics if we need it. Unless we can build a second outpost, in which case we'll just have the two of them running so we can fast travel more reliably. I believe we can recharge the suit right here. Yep, so we'll do that to make sure the suit's ready to go and head inside. Oh, you can kind of look like this at the side. I did not know that. More you know. Who's calling? Lucas.
About time. I'm in some deep shit here.
So you're not at your destination yet?
I'm stuck. We're stuck. There's a freaking lava river blocking our way.
Do you think you can cross it?
I'm on it. Just
Probably.
need a little time.
Right. Well, I got in touch because I have some news for you.
Good news, right?
Good news and, well, just news.
Okay. What's the bad news?
What's the bad news?
You didn't listen. There's no bad news. First of all, I've been informed that a rescue party is being organized.
Organized. You mean they're
Yep,
not on their way?
there's the bad
What
news.
the hell are you waiting for?
Mr. Dolski, please, calm down. No matter how long the procession, it will always end up in church.
What?
Just the thing my grandma used to say when I was a kid and tired of doing my homework.
Except this is not about your homework.
Sure. But you gotta understand, your mission got dispatched pretty far away. We still haven't mastered teleporting.
Teleport. Oh, it cut out. It's supposed to say teleportation.
I thought you were responsible for the navigation
But that's
system.
okay. It's,
Isn't it
you know,
your job to make
pre-release.
sure we're safe wherever it sends us.
Well,
Well,
what
for
I'm
me,
doing
it's
right now,
pre-release.
isn't
For
it?
everyone who watches this, it's
Making sure you're
pre-release
safe.
day, that
Step
is.
by step, we'll get your procession safely to church.
Uh-huh.
How long do you think it'll take them to get organized?
All I can say is, they know it's an emergency.
Wow.
So we're probably going to be here for a
That
month or
long.
two, at least.
Don't shoot the messenger, man. I'm really trying to help.
So, what's the other news?
Well, I know you have a lot on your plate right now, but there's a request from my boss directly.
That's
Before
not
we get
good
you out of
news.
there, we want you to retrieve as much Rapidium as possible.
Of course.
Huh. Figures. They don't want to lose their chance. Probably worthless to your higher-ups without Rapidium anyway.
Pretty much.
You're gonna give your rescue mission wings if that's your kind of incentive.
Of course.
My boss will want to speak to you shortly. And you'll see how important it is. He's not some kind of empty three-piece suit, if that's what you're afraid of.
I probably shouldn't be telling you this, but it was his idea to, you know, let you in on the branching procedure.
By the way, is your altar doing any better?
So far.
Yeah. We're getting along pretty well now. Thanks.
That's very good
I
to
don't know
hear.
what these choices will do down the line. I'm
Is this about
scared.
you wanting to talk to him again?
No. No, none of that. My boss put it out of my mind. That's not to mess things up even more.
So, you admit it's a mess.
What? No, we just... You know
Well,
what? I'm
most of
not
the crew
commenting on
died.
that. Talk to my boss about it.
That kind of counts as mess.
Tell me more about this boss of yours. You mention him a lot.
He's the head of mining operations. Great mind, very open. You'll see. Doesn't normally do this, you know. Talk to people on space missions in person.
Oh, I feel so blessed.
You should. He saved your life, in a way.
Uh-huh.
What's gonna happen to my altars back on Earth?
I don't know. I'm sure my boss will think of something. He always
How
knows what to do.
reassuring.
You either really trust him or you're very good at not saying anything.
Maybe both. I'm not a natural talker.
Ever tried working on it? You know, with a professional?
Not really. But my sister wanted to be a therapist and she practiced on me when I was 5.
Oh? And how did that go?
She turned to breeding hamsters.
Life works in weird ways.
I hope you're not laughing.
Your family seems interesting. Got any more stories about them?
It's a big family. Brothers, sisters, cousins, uncles. Yours?
I was the only child.
Wow. Can't imagine how that feels.
Anyway,
No time to talk about families now, right?
Well, I'm technically making one right here on this planet with Rapidium.
Okay.
Speaking of which, I should
Back
see if
to
the
work
quantum
then.
computer has any new
Yes.
branches.
just remember about the Rapidium.
I assume it
Mr.
doesn't.
Dolski.
I think it'll notify us when
And
it
wait for
does.
contact from my boss.
But I'm curious. Also, if I go outside now, the radiation will kill. Oh! Never mind! The game has just told me. The game has just informed me that there are new branches. Wow, what comedic timing. Okay. Wait a minute. That's a bit much. That's a lot of options. Doctors, heals alters 8 times faster at the infirmary, cooks faster. Shrink. Oh, wow. Refiner and worker. Efficiency when refining enriched metals into metal. Oh, enriched metals can be made into metals and organics. I might want to risk getting enriched metals then. There's the miner who would be more efficient at mining. Scientists can research new technologies. That sounds like the most important part. Ah, the botanist. Oh, right. That's when you decided to go with Lena for the job instead. Is that all of it? Wow, okay, we have choices then. We have limited choices. We can only pick 2 more altars. Let's pick one then. Let's see, can we make one? We can. Maybe it wasn't the most profitable decision, but Lena supports it. She said she loves our camping getaways, and the way she listened to you when you told her your plans for your PhD motivates you like hell. Who said you can't pursue the path of science and be rich? Well, I bet it's gonna strain our food reserves because now we need 3 meals a day instead of 2. But the scientist is gonna be paramount, I'm sure, because new technology sounds incredibly valuable. So it might be what we'll do is we'll introduce ourselves to the scientist, go through all of the motions with him, end the day, and probably call it there. New awareness ready. Jan Dolski. Jan Scientist. Can I also just do another one right away? I assume not. Yeah, no, I assumed not. Ooh, that branches a little. Research comes first. You give Lena a wave as she walks you to the bus for the airport. She's gonna be fine. It's only a few months and she's been busy with her own project anyway. You love the way that the two of you can give each other space. Of course, it would be great to move out of the student dorms already, but research comes first. Always. The equations on your blackboard stir mixed feelings in you. The result is not what you expected, but on the other hand, you feel a familiar tingling in your stomach. You may be onto something completely new here. Oh, you completely forgot about Lena. She wanted to come and pick up things from your plate. Pick up her things from your place. You need to call her and postpone. Wow. That fell apart fast. This is it. You knew it would be a breakthrough. First the grant and now a serious investor. How about enlarging the team, getting an office maybe, and a new set of clothes? You can't go on looking like an underpaid post-grad student. There's going to be a lot of business meetings ahead of you, Jan. Could your research really contribute to finding Rapidium one day? Going in the direction of nanotech and space exploration could increase the chances of that. You really need to focus. Success is just around the corner. You look at her in astonishment. Lena, is that you? Fancy meeting her at this conference. Looks like she's gone far too. Not as far as you, obviously. She's changed. You both have. Amazing how young and immature we were back then. Seems like ages ago. Good to see she's done well for herself. You read the contract over and over again. Polycorp, space mining missions, wants your tech on board. This must be the pinnacle of your career. You've worked so hard for this. Well done, Jan. Now let's get to work. Oh, Jan Dolski. Oh, that's right. That wasn't the end. The data seems inconsistent. What could be the reason for those failures? You've gone through it with the whole team and still something's missing. Your tech is well tested. Maybe it's not being used properly. You heard rumors that in the race for success, Polycorp's sending just about anyone on those Dolly missions. Maybe they need you on board? Just one final radio check and you're good to go. Time to sort this mess out in person. Ah, so that's how he ends up on the mission. I assume it's gonna be 8 hours before the next Jan is ready. So this is actually the perfect time to be making him. So let's actually delve into a few other things then. Can we talk to the technician? Actually, it looks like he wants to talk.
I can see that you're angry. Just leave me alone.
Probably from the burn.
Come on, let me help. What do you usually do when you feel like this? I don't know. Go to a bar, I guess. Nothing better than
I remember that
bottle
from
of
his life
cheap,
path.
lukewarm beer, am I right? Well, brother, good news. There's plenty of beer, and it's free. Give my people plenty of beer, good and cheap, and you will have no revolution.
Yeah, we handled that pretty well, looks like. In fact, how is the altar doing? Looks like he's feeling okay. Yay! But yeah, he's cranky from sleeping on the floor. Irradiated, it hurts, but he's grateful that we gave the old multi-tool back. He is healing from the radiation burn. It's going to be 66 hours because we didn't have the barrier up at the time. So it does take 30 to make the mining outpost, so we are going to have to either find more or move it around. And we have exactly one drill cartridge in storage. So that is something to think about. We can assign someone outdoors for various outposts now. But we won't do that just yet. What we'll do is we will have to head... Actually, he mentioned building. I know we don't have the metals because I didn't do this right. Wow, that is a lot. Okay. Yeah, that is a lot. Research, greenhouse, refinery. Okay, so we're probably going to want a small storage space and a lot of other things. So we will do a little more to set ourselves up for success and then call it. We need to talk to the new scientist altar we'll have, and then we have to get the metal. I messed up by setting up the outpost on the organics first. The sun is far away. Okay, that's something. Being tired slows your work, but doesn't have to impact your social life. You still have enough energy to socialize with your altars. The technician recovered from his energy burn. A new altar is ready. wrong room. We're probably waking him up sooner than we need to, but I figure let's get it going. Let's meet the scientist, who might be more amicable than others if I had to guess. Probably not.
Hey, how are you feeling? Well, I'll be damned.
Thought so.
You okay? Surprisingly okay. Especially considering what
Because
I'm
of the
seeing.
meds.
Very clearly. Good. Do you, remember your name? Of course. But... I think you know perfectly well who I am. So let's not waste time. Just tell me, how much did you find? What? How much Rapidium is there? Did we get a
He is
breakthrough?
chill about it, or at least he's understanding, I guess.
Yeah, you bet. There's a lot of it. Good. That's good. Wait, how do you know? Well, isn't it obvious? I wake up seeing someone who looks and sounds like me, which has to mean we share the same DNA. Then there's the glasses. What about them? They're fake. Probably just manufactured to make me feel more like myself, but completely unnecessary otherwise, because here I am with perfectly good eyesight in the womb module, which can only lead to one conclusion: that my body was created to replicate someone who doesn't wear glasses. You.
Yep.
And to do that, of course, you would need to have found Rapidium. Besides, I can see no other explanation for a sheep inside a space base. Correct me if I'm wrong. Wow, you're right. That's impressive. I did create you out of my DNA. We're not identical, of course. I can see you're not as quick to process information, and that's the interesting part. Yeah, our bodies are the same, but our minds are not. I needed a scientist on board, but there's always a scientist on board. So, what went wrong? The old crew is gone. They're all dead. That's why I needed to alter myself into different versions. With the use of the quantum computer on board and something called mind records. Oh, I see. A recalculated mind based on an infinite amount of variables to contain the desired consciousness in a biological vessel. That actually sounds plausible. So, what do you need from me now? Why don't you rest a little? Get accustomed to the new reality? Which part of what I just said makes you think I'm not ready to start immediately?
Fair, fair.
Well, in that case, your situation must be critical considering the lengths you went to. Something tells me there's no time to lose. You're right. Why don't you start with going through the mission logs? I need to get the full picture first. My thoughts exactly. Good. This might work.
Right now, there's more of us.
Not a minute. We need to talk.
And I guess we're not going outside just yet. Oh, I see. Oh, they're socializing. Yay, they're socializing. We'll see how long that lasts. In that case, we're gonna head outside first. The altars have gathered in the kitchen. Oh, it's literally telling me they've gathered in the kitchen.
I'm also Jan, obviously. This will never not be weird. Anyway, make
Oh, that's
yourself at
cool.
home.
I know it's ticking our time away, but it's cool. I gave them both joy. Fantastic. I know he wants to talk to us, but let's handle this first. We're going to switch the outpost over to the metals deposit and gather the regular metals so we can get to work on a lot more projects, because without those projects, we are doomed. Thankfully, the retrieval is an extremely simple process. I mean, like, it is super simple. We already have it. We just have to go. We'll leave the pylon there, though. That way, it's more easy to get to it. I do want to get the enriched minerals, because that sounds really good, the enriched metals. But until we have the refinery built, we can't use them. So, we're going to gather as much metal as we can for this, so we can get research and a couple of other things going simultaneously. That way, we're kind of working with more efficiency. Oh, it even has a charging station. Ah, okay, good to know. Didn't mention that though, I'm sure. And we get 15 metal. Oh, we get 8. 8. That is not as much as I was expecting us to get. Let's probably get us up to 80. That'll be enough. I think we need to explore to find the better deposits. We might want to think about getting a miner then in that case. Like an actual... Just have someone out here mining that's good at it. Technically, the technician could do it when he's not recovering from his radiation burns. But, yeah. Since we still have a bit of time before we can explore, I do want to explore before I set things up. It means that several hours of them not doing work, so that's kind of a pro and con. Well, we could have just made him be born later.
These loose rocks look like they might be passable.
In that case, we might break through that.
Maybe I had a tool to drill through them.
Well, you're in luck. You already do. And this is... Ah, I see. Oh, there's rock passages above. Oh, okay. I see. Interesting. So there are rock passages above that. If we can clear those out, it's good. We're going to need another charge after we use it the first time. But for this first time... Oh, I need to be over... Oh, it's a specific spot. There we go. Phew! That wasn't so hard. Uses up the drill charge. Yep, we did know about that. I want to see where this leads to, because that's where the rock was blocking. Is that more Rapidium? It's a deep deposit of Rapidium. Okay. How interesting. Okay, and we'll head back, because we're about to run out of time before the radiation hits, and we've only just barely gotten below the level.
Should I resolve this?
No, we're all good. He's just trying to find work. I don't want him out here just yet. Maybe I should, though. A couple hours there would have probably helped us. We'll get to building a bunch of stuff now that we have metal. I actually like getting the shallow deposits because you get a lot very quickly. It just doesn't last long. But that short burst is what we needed. What do I need to increase the base research, of course? So research is going to be a must. We'll build it right there. And then I kind of want to build a greenhouse using Rapidium. You can forget about eating mush for some time. And then we need minerals, which we have not found yet. So it adds 28 mass size. Ugh, that's a big journey cost increase. But I think let's do it. We're gonna need it. It's right there. Even though it's going to increase the mass size there, and we can only hold up to 300 organics, I think that's worth it, because now we can kind of make more stuff. Yep, we're gonna need more organics to move. I guess that means we can always take it apart later, too. This is not the research base. I wanted to kind of come down here and look at our options. We probably didn't need... Oh, we could have just used the tabs. I'm so used to walking... Cheaper batteries. With a cheaper battery upgrade, crafting a suit battery costs half the organics. Oh, mining minerals. Oh, see, enriched minerals would be good. Or enriched metals. I can talk. Mining metals is faster. Like, those are all good. Module that produces organics daily. The more people in the base, the more organics. Oh, that's good. Second workplace in the base maintenance module. And then stuff related to the mission. Okay, so I kind of want to do the batteries. Let's go over to production. It currently costs 40 organics. That knocks it to 20. But I think our biggest issue is that, aside from the radiation filter, everything needs metal. And the more metal we can get, the better. So then it kind of comes down to the question of, do we want the recycler earlier, or do we want to just mine out the metals faster? Because being 15% faster means we can grab more at once, and that includes anyone that we send to mine. I want the enriched metals, too. But if I'm correct, the base overview did kind of show us the refinery has a bit more work that needs to be done to it. Yeah, we'll have to look at that later. So let's do this. Let's just go for more metal efficiency first is my thought process here. I can queue 2 slots, actually. So maybe let's just make it to where mining is faster for everything, because we're going to need lots of resources. And we probably won't need more batteries for a while, so we can kind of forego that. I think everything else we just can't really touch to begin with. Which means it is time to assign the altar. He's feeling okay. He's feeling okay. They are cranky from sleeping on the floor, though, so hopefully we can actually get them something soon, or else this is going to go poorly. And then I believe he's still recovering from radiation, so sending him outside might not be a great idea. Although, can I? End of day estimate. Oh, right, because there's almost no time left. Yeah, we could probably do it like that. Let's actually do it like that. And then, can I actually work on research, or... Thought so, yeah. Only the scientists can work on research. That makes sense. So we ourselves cannot work on research at all. It has to be the scientist. So you have to get the scientist as soon as possible. Oh, look, here we are. Cannot navigate around lava river. Pfft. Not with that attitude. So the refinery we can actually build. It just costs 40 metal. Okay, you know what? Let's build that now because I am curious. And we'll go ahead and take a look at that. We need to... can I just do it from here? Yes. We need to assess what is the value. So 5 enriched metals gets us 5 metals and 5 organics. The downside is that it takes extra time. Okay. This is good to know because this basically tells us if we get lots of enriched metal, we can get metal and organics out of it. It does take time to split it up, though. So now I'm wondering, do I want to do the enriched metals efficiency? I think we kind of want all of the above, because Rapidium and minerals are their own thing anyway. And I think we just want to cut down how much time it takes. The less time it takes, the better. And with that, let's see. The technician wanted to talk, so we're about to wrap this up here, but we're going to see what he wants first. Oh, is this how we get our...
You look tired, man. Everything okay?
beds?
I don't know. Maybe it's got something to do with sleeping on the floor? Oh, I hadn't thought of that. Of course not. You have your cozy captain's bed. All right. No need to be so dramatic about it. I'll get you a proper dorm. Sounds like a promise.
Right? Place to sleep. Optional task. I feel like it's going to be pretty mandatory pretty fast. Let's take a quick look to see if that's now a new building option for us here. Good news, it is. Bad news, it needs 40 metals. Guess who just spent 40 metals? And if the module is in good condition, you get a full refund. So only if the module is damaged is it a problem. But since it was in good condition, we can actually just replace it with the dormitory. And I think that's more important than the refinery for now. We can get the refinery later. With the dorm, the altars now have a place to sleep. Which means they're no longer going to get -2 pips from sleeping on the floor and getting more and more cranky as time goes on. That does mean we can't get the enriched metals for a while for our resources, but it does minimize our negative issues with the altars who, if they start getting upset, will doom us.
I built that dormitory you asked for. Hallelujah. I hope you sleep well tonight. I'll sleep like a full-fledged member of an advanced civilization.
Beds.
Sweet dreams, then.
They are wonders, are they not? And then it does say the scientist actually wants to talk, or at least it's not an urgent thing, but we can talk to him. So I do actually want to talk to him. I must feel at home.
So, how are you? Settling in all right? Settling in is overrated. I analyze reality from wherever I am, however uncomfortable the angle. There's always an observation to be made. I'd love to hear what you managed to observe. This place is not run optimally. Yeah, I know. I wasn't trained to command a mission. But now that you're here, with your experience, I'd love to pick your brain. Do you think you could mentor me? Good thinking.
Yay.
First of all, you need to set long-term goals and draw up a roadmap for each of them. Remember to include all unpredictable variables in the equation. That way you can have contingency plans at the ready for each instance. All right, slow down. Prioritize resources. Do not waste time on idle conversations with the crew. Hide the booze. Don't be cheap on coffee.
Don't be cheap with
Slow
coffee.
enough for you?
No booze, but yes to coffee.
Hey, you've just crossed out every team-building exercise on my list. The people are there for the mission, not the other way round. Truth is, I really wish we could make use of the tech I worked on for all these imaginary years. It would make things so much easier if it existed. So what exactly was your research about? Nanotech in space exploration. We went from a humble startup to making headlines in a few months. Taking our solutions to the front line was my dream come true. The data we could bring back. You had big plans for it. Well, now it's all gone. Yeah, I understand how lousy that must feel. Honestly, I don't think you do. But I hope we're not going to sit around crying about it. There's work to be done, here and now. That's true. Well, let's get to it then.
These conversations are going to be so exciting. I can feel it. So I think that's what we'll do. We'll get the base. We need them guaranteed techs done because we need both efficiencies up. We'll probably get the enriched metals later where we can. And try to figure it out from there. I do see there are some personal techs that are not unlocked yet. Oh, actually, wait, we can do these now, can't we? These are unlocked, yeah. Are there any others I missed? Yeah, there are. Hang on. Oh. Okay, and those unlock the next level. So we could jump straight to those right away if we really wanted to. But they take more time. I see. This is good to know. And then there's just the mission. So, expanding the base early on, that would be good. We probably want to get that tech somewhat early, if it lets us. Medium storage. Ooh. Efficient food. Raw food packages are produced 25% faster. Personal cabin. Base expansion 4. Let me check really quick. Can I add this right away? No. Okay. I thought we could right away, but I wanted to be certain before we did any of that. So, I think we're off to a decent start. We've got a couple radiation filters. We are going to get a lot of the metal we need. Research is now going. We do need to expand the base so we can actually make use of the refinery. So we probably won't be grabbing the minerals, the heavy metals just yet. So what I'm thinking is we definitely want to set up a second mining outpost to have that finished. That is one thing we're going to need. We'll need more drill cartridges, so that is going to be something we'll want to make later. Go from there. Before we close it off, we have that like precious few seconds before we have to just throw him into bed. So I'm thinking let's use that really, really fast. Just kind of squeeze every last second out of his life. This will not be done in time. Just anything, any progress we can squeeze out of it while not losing time. So with that, we are going to put Jan to bed, and we are going to leave the first episode here. I will probably have more of them recorded if everything goes well. So for me, it's going to be a week. For you all, it might be a few days. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.